Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are here, we are back. As you can see, Joe from my old, hunting ground.
Stomping ground.
I say old, still is. Yeah, from Stretford, Paddock. Make sure you go and subscribe to that channel. Obviously, I think you are if you've already subscribed to this. But yeah, we're here in Bangkok. It's our last day in Bangkok today. Yesterday we had the privilege of watching Manchester United absolutely twat the Scousers. That was good, innit?
It was great. Just even if it's a friendly, I'm not hearing that. Like, it's Man United versus Liverpool. I would have been gutted if we lost. I'm allowed to be happy that we've won. And I haven't seen United beat Liverpool 4-0 in what, 15 years? 20 years?
It was when Sammy Herpier got sent off after like 4 minutes at Old Trafford. And then we beat them 4-0. Van Nistelrooy, I think, scored a penalty immediately after.
So was that literally 20 years ago?
Probably,
around that time.
I don't know what year it was, I can't remember. But
so, anytime you can see United beat Liverpool 4-0, I'm happy with it. Especially after last season. I know this doesn't make up for that, much at all. But if we'd have got battered by them again with the momentum and the optimism we had with Ten Hag, it would have just felt like a bit of a, okay, fair enough, it's only a friendly, but I wanted to see a bit more. It was great to see him just battering them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing to see. Absolutely battered them. Yeah. Some good performances from the younger players as well. Zidane, Iqbal, Charlie Savage were excellent, I thought. Yeah. Terrell Malacia, he didn't stand out, but I thought the things that he did were very tidy. There was a few moments where he'd get surrounded by 2-3 players and keep the ball, retain the ball, and then still pass it and get out and try and run down. Yeah. That's the only 45 minutes I've seen from him, so I can't really judge him too much, but I thought he did well. The defence did okay at times.
Eric Bailly was excellent, I thought. Yeah. His positioning was brilliant. He read the game really well. There were so many times when Liverpool player would look up, see the pass, look down to pass it, and Bailly's now stepped into that gap and he was intercepting all night. I thought he was excellent. Like I said, Malacia I thought was good. He's smaller than I thought he was. More of a sort of compact kind of character. And like you said, they know the way kind of literally just going to say, the way he kind of drags the ball out of tricky situations where he's stuck here, and the next thing kind of huddles over it a bit and sort of drags it away and he's retained possession. I thought he did well at that. Again, a little bit sloppy at times, but he's just come in and he's probably trained 2 or 3 times with the first team. I thought United were really good, and like I said, Iqbal especially was excellent. Savage impressed me. I thought he was better than I expected.
Mate, I'm biased here, so I'll praise Zidane whenever. But yeah, I thought yesterday he was gliding over the pitch like he's just so mature, and some of the passes. And look, I know it's a friendly. I know it's Liverpool. I know they kept making a lot of changes, but in the final 30 minutes, he was up against Fabinho and all these guys. He sent Fabinho to the shop at one point.
Well, he only played one half himself. Yeah, it wasn't like this is our 4th game and he played a full 90 minutes. He played 45 minutes. Salah and Fabinho and Van Dijk and all that played 30 minutes. It's not that different, is it? And I haven't seen that much of him. Obviously, I saw that little cameo he had making his debut, his professional debut. But he has got a real, like you said, a silkiness, a quality on the ball, a composure on the ball. The amount of times he'd get the ball in a tight situation, sort of drop a shoulder or do some sort of feint to get out of get into some space. And his vision was excellent.
His weight
of pass, could see passes really well. Yeah, he's a much more kind of composed and controlled player than you would assume for someone that's played 4
Charlie Savage as well.
Minutes.
I think it was.
Yeah,
he did like a mad turn on the edge of his own box, which I thought was quite brave.
Zidane on the edge of his own box. Not that Zidane, the original Zidane.
Iqbal's better than Zinedine, by the way. So yeah, it was good to see those guys perform well. Yeah. But obviously, the thing I was most happy with was Rashford, Sancho, and Martial. Yeah. I thought they looked really good.
Yeah.
Are you worried about what Ronaldo?
I was just going to say that. Because I can't believe I'm saying this sentence. I can't see Ronaldo pressing as well as Martial did yesterday, and I know Martial isn't known for that, and that's something that he's learned. So obviously, if he can learn it, Ronaldo can. But I thought they worked so well together, that fluidity. When that first goal went in, I just assumed it was Rashford scoring it because it was from the left-hand side, but it wasn't. It was Sancho, and that's something that Ten Hag's always been big at for Ajax, and obviously a lot of the scout reports and stuff we've done. I haven't watched hundreds of games, but you see that kind of pattern of structural and tactical rigidity, but within that, there's positional flexibility. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because Martial and Rashford switched at one point.
Yeah, and I thought that was brilliant. And to do that, you almost kind of have to have not 3 of the same player, because they're not the same player, but Ronaldo is quite radically different to any of those 3. Whereas those 3 are all good dribblers, quick players, aggressive players, as in they'll press and they've got that sort of speed to do that. I don't know if Ronaldo's got that anymore.
I also think Martial gives the other players someone to play off.
Yeah.
Whereas when Ronaldo's playing, it's let's create an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Whereas with Martial, he will pass him. Look, I'm not saying Martial's a better striker than Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo's one of the greatest, but he brings something different to the team that maybe Ronaldo won't.
I think what we shouldn't do though as well is assume that Ten Hag can teach Martial to be the correct number 9, but couldn't teach Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know,
I mean, he worked wonders with Halle.
That's what I mean. So I think Ronaldo will be just fine in that system.
But can you teach old dog new tricks?
Well, Martial's not that young. You know what I mean? He's not 16, is he? Or is he 26?
Yeah.
I think Ronaldo will be just fine as long as he's got the legs. And wouldn't it be good to have Martial and Ronaldo interchangeably, both on good form, both being brilliant number 9s? That's what we need. You can't just have one player and then, you know, Martial's pushed to one side. So it's good to see that he's shown some signs of form again.
Ten Hag was cautious in his reaction, which, you know, he's going to be. Yeah. He said we did press, a few mistakes in pressing, conceded some chances, but we created a lot. I think our team played brave, played proactive. We have to work really hard to get out of the mistakes. But of course we are happy with the first game. It will take a lot of time, believe me. I have seen a lot of mistakes. Liverpool played 3 teams and they were not at the strongest. We have not overestimated this result. We have to be careful, but still I have seen some really good things.
Good. I think the crucial thing for me is, and the only thing I wanted to see for the whole pre-season, and we've seen it already, is the team are clearly playing a way that is different to last season, that presumably is the way Ten Hag is telling them to play. There was points when, and then, you know, I don't know if you could see this on the broadcast. I was speaking to my dad last night and he was saying you couldn't see this on the broadcast. There was points when Liverpool were passing the ball around their 6 and 18 yard box to try and, you know, free up some space or play the ball up from the back. And our furthest back player was Lindelof, obviously, other than De Gea. And he was like 35 yards out from their goal. He wasn't on the halfway line. Do you know, often it'll be your deepest players on the halfway line, because obviously that's where offside comes in. That you'll have 2 defenders on the halfway line. Our defenders were pushed past the centre circle, so that press was far higher and far tighter and much of a, you know, stronger squeeze than we saw under Rangnick. And I thought that was impressive, that we've already seen a change. And I think one of the things that had come into the sort of way people were talking about the squad last season was they're incapable of learning new things. They refuse to learn new things. They just, you know, they won't fold to any manager. And it seems as though we're getting signs of that already, which is obviously really promising. I think that's what pre-season's about, learning his tactics.
I thought Varane was good as well.
Yeah.
There was one pass he made which is so simple but so effective, and it was just a little chip which span back to Lindelof. And I remember thinking, oh, that's so good, because he had about 3 players pressing him, and he just dinked it out of the space, got it to Lindelof. Lindelof passes it to the fullback. I thought that was really good. I was concerned with De Gea's distribution. He's obviously a great goalkeeper. He made some great saves, but
yeah,
I mean, the old adage that he can't do the things that the manager will want him to do.
Yeah.
I can imagine he would have looked at some of those passes and thought,
yeah, especially when you see Alisson at the other end. I know he wasn't spraying it out and, you know, playing sort of sweeper keeper type role yesterday, but we know what he can do in those areas coming out of his 18 yard box. There's a couple of times De Gea looked slightly hesitant on it, the ball bouncing on the floor 25 yards out, he rushes out of his goal, then stops and then goes again, and you just sort of think he still isn't great at that front foot goalkeeping. But, you know, there's no reason why you can't learn that. There's no reason they couldn't do drills where they're chipping balls up into the box and you come out and claim it. Do 100 of them in a row every single day for, you know, 2 months. You will get better at that, even someone his age. So there's no reason he can't learn that. He's never going to be as instinctively good with his feet or playing the ball out, but he can be competent enough to, you know, protect what is a really high line. I think he can do that for sure, but just has to be willing to.
In a nutshell, good day, innit?
Really good, yeah.
Good start to pre-season. Hopefully now continue that. We're off to Melbourne tonight. We've got to get connecting flights, so I am worried about that. We've got a 55-minute layover.
Be fine.
Be fine?
Maybe not.
I hope so. What I can't get my head around is how the bags are going to get onto the other plane so quickly. I don't want to get there, my bag ain't there. And I don't want my bag to get there and I ain't there.
Yeah,
and I think one of those things might happen.
Yeah.
And that scares me. I suppose these guys know what they're doing.
Sometimes they send a second plane.
Really?
Yeah. If your bags don't make the flight, they send another plane.
What?
Yeah.
It's not very green, is it?
No, it's bad. Very
But
bad.
I mean, get me my luggage ASAP.
Yeah.
I just send my luggage on a private jet, please. So we're heading off now, but yeah, transfer news. Christian Eriksen medical still happening, I suppose. Hopefully that's all right. We got a meeting with Lisandro Martinez this week. So we should be getting things ticking over. Alex Tellers played centre-back. If that's not a message to the board, I don't know what is.
No, something's got to give there.
So yeah, we'll keep you updated. The next time you'll hear from me will be in Melbourne. But thank you for tuning in. We're going to have a vlog up on Paddock probably tomorrow. In the first leg of the tour. Then we're going to have loads of Vox Pops with the fans that we spoke with, asking them questions about Ronaldo and transfers. And yeah, plenty more to come your way, so check it out. Also all over the socials as well. AdamMcKola, Full-Time Devil, Stretford, Paddock, whatever it's called, on whatever the socials are. Go and check them out, and we'll see you later. Any final words?
For them.
Slap them up.